Welcome, everyone, to our interview series celebrating Auroville's 100th anniversary. Today, we're speaking with Daniel Greenberg about how the storytelling project started in, 2026? Actually, it started in 2025. But the school workshops started in 2026. That's when the students' future images started appearing, right? Yes, that's right. Which of course eventually spread far beyond Auroville. But let's not jump ahead. We actually found a 5-minute clip from the beginning of that second gathering in 2026. Let's take a look. Hi everyone, welcome, thank you for coming. My name is Daniel, and I've been coming and going from Auroville for over 30 years. And coming and going without an attachment to a unit or to accommodations or to visas does provide me with a bit of freedom. For example, to experiment with things like this. First, I want to thank everyone who helped make this possible. This was a labor of love for a lot of people for over 6 weeks. And now it includes all of you. So this is exciting. It really feels like something is rooting. And I hope today inspires you to plant some seeds too, and nourish what is already growing. On the surface, this event is about remembering the future through stories and images, but underneath, it's really an experiment in something the mother once called divine anarchy. Now, the word anarchy can sound a little alarming. People imagine chaos. But what she meant was something much deeper. How do we collaborate without coercion? How do we work together freely while still moving toward human unity and the city the earth needs? So today is a small experiment in that direction. Everyone you will hear today is simply sharing something that matters to them about our future. Some stories relate directly to Auroville, some don't. But if we want to realize human unity, wouldn't it help to understand what matters most to each of us, so we can better discern what matters most to all of us? And to be clear, this is not about choosing sides. One of my favorite lines from the mother is, "As long as you are for some and against others, you are outside the truth." So this gathering is not about predicting what will happen. It's about imagining what could happen. And that's actually very difficult, partly because of the world we live in. We all know the headlines: climate disruption, political polarization, war, the so-called polycrisis. But beneath all of that, many believe there's something deeper going on, a meta-crisis of imagination. It's not that humans cannot imagine together. It's that we imagine so powerfully, we mistake our stories for reality. Capitalism, national borders, money, even the belief that there are no alternatives. These are all just stories we've been told since birth. Stories with enormous gravity. So imagining something different can feel risky, naive, even crazy. But isn't that exactly the experiment of Auroville? Not escaping Earth into outer space, but escaping our earthly attachments and exploring inner space. And for that journey, even our master plan is not enough. Because what we need to build is not only out there in roads and buildings. It's not just solar panels and forests. Auroville was never meant to be only an urban project. It was meant to be a laboratory of consciousness. Sri Aurobindo and the Mother understood that new consciousness rarely begins with policies or structures. It begins with images, with felt possibilities, with stories. And we don't practice that very often. When it comes to imagination, most of us are beginners, white belts. But imagine what might happen if we became truly skillful at imagining together. What I'm noticing is that when we practice together, things evolve, often in unexpected ways. This event is very different from last year's, and I can only imagine what it will be next year. So, I'd like to invite a small shift. Please, don't sit here as a passive audience. You're not spectators. You are co-imaginers, participants in an unfinished experiment. As you listen today, some stories may resonate, some may irritate you, some may confuse you. Good. Notice what opens, notice what resists. And if something touches you, get involved. Because the real question isn't what happens today. It's what grows from here. Where do we go next? It's up to all of us. Hopefully, these are the first steps. And one day we'll look back and say, something that was then imaginable began here. So let's see what happens. It's a beautiful mystery. Wow. So that was 2026. And of course, a lot has happened in the 42 years since then. Can you tell us how the project grew from there? Well, that's not really my story to tell. We all held pieces of the puzzle. All I really did was place a few edge pieces on the table. The full picture only appeared when everyone started adding their pieces, and when we started taking our imaginations seriously. So let's see what happens. It's a beautiful mystery. Thank you for being here.